Bad news, everybody. It seems like somebody at Scotland Yard is responsible for all the thefts at the museum. Even worse, we know that Targent is probably behind the thefts, meaning that the person who is at Scotland Yard is secretly working for Targent. But you need to have solved 25 puzzles in order to get inside. So if you haven't found 25 puzzles and solved them, go all over the game and start solving puzzles. Keats the cat inside the Bostonius probably has some puzzles for you to solve. Detective Inspector Bloom! Sounds like Detective Inspector Bloom, is the culprit. I mean, if he's the only one who had access, he's the only one who could have pulled off the thefts.
This is no mere conjecture, Detective. I am confident that I've positively identified the criminal in question.
Well, in that case, I'm all ears. Please elaborate.
The thief stole the artifacts and replaced them with fakes. He manipulated police information and disrupted the investigation. It must therefore have been someone in a position of power within the police who has been working undercover for Targent for some time. And that person is you.
Yeah, he's totally guilty. He has evil eyes. Alright, so we're just confirming all of the information. so Detective Bloom has just incriminated himself because he knew about the fake artifacts ahead of time. Which indicates that he was the one to switch the real artifacts with fake ones. Alright, way to go, Professor Layton! As a reward, we have a solved mystery. Deception at the museum. It was Bloom. Well, I thought D.I. Carmichael was the evil one, but it was Bloom! Yes, one case closed, but we still need to find all of those Azran eggs. Okay, fantastic. Then we'll collect the eggs. Meanwhile, with Targent. Targent has a bunch of assassins, and it looks like Bronev is going to have us collect the eggs, so he can swoop in at the last second and steal them. I think we've had several villains use that plan in the past in the Professor Layton series. The villains like showing up at the very end after Layton does all the hard work. And before we leave, it's Mr. Layton and Mrs. Layton. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I was gonna go on an adventure. Just didn't have the time to call you. I was like, busy and stuff. I caught a criminal at Scotland Yard. Yummy. Goodbye, Mom. Goodbye, Dad. We're off on our adventure. Sycamore, why did you tell my parents? Yes, Professor Layton, we are friends on Facebook, and so I sent them a message. illustration. Yes, well, that's a difficult task ahead of us, but that's what we'll have to do. We'll be taking off and going on adventures and finding the Azran eggs in chapter number 4.